What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the stream, everyone. Appreciate y'all being here as always. We're back. Monday slate to talk about. 8-gamer. Kind of a quiet day in terms of news. Really, the only news we've gotten so far during the day was that LeBron's going to be out, which honestly is not that surprising. He re-injured his ankle yesterday. It's a back-to-back. It was very likely that LeBron was not going to play today, so LeBron's out, but we're still waiting for news from the Pacers with Malcolm Brogdon, who's questionable. Vooch, still questionable. That's big news as well. Nerlens Noel, I thought he was going to get ruled out. I was surprised that Noel has a chance to play, but he's questionable, so that'll be something to keep an eye on. You know, we talked about Taj Gibson in the video last night. If Noel winds up sitting, I think Taj Gibson's a pretty good value. But there is some stuff to talk about from the Lakers now. Now that LeBron's out, guys like Caruso, THT, Kyle Kuzma, definitely guys I have on my radar. Especially Caruso, minimum salary on Draftkings, I think is a pretty good value. THT I like off the bench for cheap. Kuzma I think is a really solid option in the mid-range. So we'll be sure to talk about some Lakers. I'm sure, some of these Lakers guys do look, more appealing now. But as always, appreciate you guys being here, man. See a lot of the members in chat. My man Patrick, what's up? I already see you donated through Super Chat before I even went live, so I do want to hit on this real quick. $5 Super Chat from my man Patrick. Hope you had a good weekend. Hopefully we can all cash tonight. Good luck tonight. Hey, good luck to you as well, Patrick. Had a pretty good weekend. Not DFS-wise, though. My weekend DFS-wise did not go great, but a pretty relaxing weekend. Thank you for the $5 Super Chat, though, my man. I appreciate that. And yeah, hopefully we can cash tonight. I definitely need to bounce back. It's been pretty bad these last few days. Basically since like Friday, it's been like 3 straight L's for me. I did get a win though last night, which was good. Kyle Lowry had a huge game, which was pretty big for me. He was a little bit lower owned than I expected. He was like 25% owned in most of the tournaments I was in. So Lowry kind of pushed me over the hump last night. Got lucky there. I did play Luka, which did not go well, but pretty much everyone played Luka last night. I mean, Luka was so popular. He was so easy to get in as well, with all that Spurs value that we had last night. But yeah, Luka, I mean, that was just 40-something DK points, no Porzingis, great matchup, and just shits the bed. The blowouts, yeah. The blowouts have been terrible lately. I think Friday and Saturday, blowouts were really bad then. That's what cost me Friday and Saturday. $10 Super Chat from my man Mark Bray. Noah, thanks. I had a really good night Saturday, 339.75, and I joined Patreon today as Mr. M&B. Okay, I saw you join, Mark. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you check your messages, not sure if you saw Mark, but if you check your messages on Patreon, I did send you a link to join the Discord chat. So check that, whenever you get the chance. But thank you for the $10 Super Chat, and excited to be a part of the Patreon now. Hopefully, the content helps you be more successful. Check out my sheets. You can see my top plays at each position. Core plays usually get posted around 5:30 Eastern time, so I'll have those posted. As always, I'll be in Discord to answer any questions you got, so be sure to get in the Discord, Mark. That's one of the big perks of being a Patreon member. Rashawn Holmes, the newest addition to my Never Draft Again list. Yeah, the foul trouble was really killer for him last night. I think the super tilting thing was freaking Marvin Bagley was going to be on a minutes limit, and I think Marvin Bagley played 30-something minutes last night. And the thing is, I liked Bagley a lot, but once we got the news that he was going to be on a minutes limit, I didn't play him just because I was worried he wasn't going to play enough minutes. And of course, he plays 30-something minutes. Just super tilting. Favorite 2 pay-ups and favorite 2 values. I mean, pay-ups, it's got to be Westbrook number 1 for sure. Basically, every slate that Westbrook's on, he's going to be one of my favorite pay-ups. So probably Westbrook and Sabonis, especially if Miles Turner and Brogdon are both out. I think I'm pretty sure Turner's out. Yeah, Turner's out, but if Brogdon's out, then it's probably going to be Westbrook and Sabonis, my 2 favorite spend-ups. Value-wise, I mean, there's still some news we're waiting on. If Nerlens Noel gets ruled out, I like Taj Gibson for value, assuming that he starts. I think now that LeBron's out, we have some value from the Lakers. Alex Caruso, he started last game in place of Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder's out again, so very likely we see Caruso in the starting lineup. Played 26 minutes last night. Probably plays a few more now that LeBron's out as well. Should be a little bit more productive, so I think at $3K minimum salary, Caruso looks like a really good value. I like THT for $4,100. I'm assuming he plays 25, 28 minutes off the bench. We know THT can be productive when he's on the floor. He's a high-usage guy. And then Kuzma, I'm assuming, moves into the starting lineup. $5,200. We're not having to pay that hefty price tag for Kuzma anymore. Obviously, when LeBron and AD were both out for that stretch of games, Kuzma was $6K, $7K. Well, his price has come way down now. He's $5,200. I think without LeBron, Kuzma looks like a really good option too. So I think the Lakers are a team that looks good for value. I like Noel, or if Noel's out, I like Taj Gibson for value. I still think Mo Wagner's a pretty decent value play. And then, we got to wait and see, like, with the Bulls, Vucevic is questionable, so we can maybe get some value there. If Brogdon's out, then I would like TJ McConnell. But right now, those are kind of the guys I'm looking to. Really, the Lakers, I think, are the team I like for value, at least right now. Who do I play for shooting guard? It looks so bad. Well, on Draftkings, like, you can play Alex Caruso at shooting guard, so it's probably Caruso. Like, I think he's my favorite shooting guard. If Brogdon gets ruled out, then I really like Karis LeVert as a pay-up option. I still like Josh Jackson as well. With all these Detroit guys out, I think Josh Jackson's a pretty good play. So probably like those three guys, Keith. Those would be the three I'd look to. Would you stack DeRozan and Murray? They've been going off together. On this slate, Lambs, I don't think I'm going to do that. Like, I don't really like any Spurs today. Without Derek White, Dejounte Murray benefits, but I just don't think I'm playing any Spurs today. Obviously, the Spurs were the team to target last night because, they rested everybody, but they have everyone back. It's a bad matchup. It's a slow-paced game. I don't think I'm playing any Spurs today. That's just me personally, but there's, for 8,300 at small forward, I think I'd rather play, Brandon Ingram over DeRozan. And then Dejounte Murray, I'd probably rather play in that mid-range at guard. Give me Lonzo, I think. Give me probably Jordan Clarkson. I mean, that would be close, but I just don't think I'm playing these Spurs. Thanks for the sick vids. On Yahoo, Killian Hayes or Caruso. Thoughts on Lonnie Walker? Between those two, Steve, they're both minimum salary, so I'd probably play Killian Hayes there. Thoughts on Lonnie Walker? I mean, I don't have a ton of interest in Lonnie Walker. Now that DeRozan and Murray are both back, I just don't think I'm playing Lonnie Walker. I mean, he'll probably get, with Derek White out, he'll probably get 25 minutes off the bench, but I think they're just better value. I don't think I'm going to him tonight. What's your two favorite Pistons? Probably Sadiq Bey. I mean, it's kind of site dependent. On DraftKings, it's probably Sadiq Bey and Josh Jackson. On Yahoo, Killian Hayes is minimum salary, so I like Killian Hayes a lot on Yahoo, and then probably Sadiq Bey as well. Hope Noel plays. I don't want to roster Taj. I mean, Taj has been good whenever he's made spot starts. Normally whenever he does start for Noel, he usually gets big minutes, and he's been relatively productive when he does get minutes. He's super cheap on DraftKings. He's got power forward eligibility. I mean, if Noel's out, I think Taj is a really good value play. You like Julius Randle tonight? I think Julius Randle's in play. He's more of a lower-owned option for me. I'd prefer Westbrook. I'd prefer Jokic. I'd prefer Sabonis. So in cash games, in my one lineup, those are the three guys I'm kind of considering for pay-up options. But if you want to go to Randle in tournaments for low ownership, I have no problems with it. I think Randle's going to be low owned. I think Zion's going to be pretty low owned. Embiid should be pretty low owned today. So those are guys you could definitely play in tournaments. Thoughts on Ingles? He hasn't moved much on FanDuel. I mean, I'm not sure what his FanDuel price is, Keith. Yeah, it all depends on, who's priced around him, the other options that you have. But I still do have interest in Joe Ingles. Without Mitchell, without Conley, I mean, the opportunity's there. He hasn't been great so far, but, a lot of that's kind of been due to blowout. I still like those Utah guys. Now, are they priorities for me? No, but those Utah guys that we've been targeting, I think they're still viable. Told you I was feeling yesterday's slate. Ended up getting 9th place in the $27 single entry on DK. Hey, good job, my man. Good job, my man. Appreciate that. Good job. I'm glad you had some success. How do you feel about Seth Curry? I mean, when the Sixers are fully healthy, I'd never play Seth Curry. I'll be honest with you. I know I think he had a good game last game, but I don't think I'm playing Seth Curry today. Any Stewart love? Yeah, Isaiah Stewart's in play. He feels priced appropriately today. There's other center options I prefer. If Nerlens Noel's out, you have Gibson for value. You have Wagner you can still play at center that I like for value. So, yeah. Stewart's in play, but I feel like he's priced appropriately. He was a really good option when he was 4,800, when he was $5K, but now that he's been priced up to where he is now, I don't think he's as much of a priority for me. Draymond, Nurkic, or Cole Anthony? I'd probably take Nurkic there between those three. Early today, Anthony Davis ownership percentage on FanDuel was projected only 3%. Well, I'd assume now that LeBron's out, that's probably going to go up. I mean, AD is another good low-owned stud. I don't think AD is going to be that popular tonight, and we know he benefits without LeBron. So you could definitely play AD for a low-owned stud. On DraftKings or on Yahoo though, I think he's one of my favorite plays on Yahoo. He's just way too cheap. Dwight Howard versus Chicago in tournaments. He went off the past couple games. I mean, I'm probably not chasing that. I think a lot of that's kind of been due to blowout as well. Like, I know the Sixers have been involved in blowouts. This game was a blowout against Atlanta. I mean, he's played 17 and 18 minutes. Like, we can't expect Dwight Howard to average 2 fantasy points per minute. Like, you're just chasing at that point. If you play Dwight Howard today, I mean, that's just a terrible play. I'll just admit that. Like, if you play Dwight Howard, I mean, just don't do it. The fact that he's put up 2 fantasy points per minute in 18 minutes is just, if you're chasing that, man, you're just asking to lose. Especially at 4,300. It's not like he's even that cheap. Like, Dwight Howard, I never play Dwight Howard unless Embiid's out. When Embiid plays, I'd never play Dwight Howard. I don't see any reason why you should, honestly. He just doesn't get enough minutes. You still doing one lineup or doing GPP cash lineup for now? I'm still just playing one lineup on Draftkings and then one lineup on Yahoo. So that's what I've been doing for 2 to 3 months now. Eagles only 5,700. Yeah, I mean, on FanDuel, that's probably pretty good price then. I don't know what other guys are priced around him, but yeah, that feels pretty cheap, honestly. Is Westbrook a lock every slate? Just play him and keep it moving? I mean, I wouldn't say he's a lock because there's obviously guys that could outscore Westbrook. Like Jokic could outscore Westbrook, Curry could outscore Westbrook. But at this point, Westbrook feels like the safest stud option. Like, I've said it before, even when Westbrook has a bad game, he still gives you like 50. So Westbrook is the guy you want to play in cash, I think, basically every slate that he's on, unless the matchup's just like terrible or something. What's your thoughts on Hayes and Frank Jackson with Joseph out last few games? I already got Bay at 50% of my lineups. I mean, Hayes and Jackson I think are both viable. Neither one of them are like, it's not like they're insanely cheap. I mean, Hayes on DraftKings is 5,200, Jackson's 4,700, so it's not like they're super cheap, but obviously without Corey Joseph, I mean, they benefit, and they're going to get the minutes. If Embiid ends up resting on the second half of the back-to-back, then Howard becomes a must. Well, yeah, obviously Howard would be a lot better option, but I'd assume that if Embiid was going to sit, we would have found that out by now. So I'm expecting Embiid to play. Seth Curry shot 6 for 6 from the three-point line. I mean, yeah, that's another thing. Like, you don't want to chase those great shooting games, especially from a guy like Seth Curry who, in this offense doesn't get really a ton of usage. Whenever Harris, Simmons, Embiid are all healthy, I mean, Seth Curry his usage in this offense is 0 to none. I mean, you got to hope that he does that he knocks down 6 or 7 threes. Been fading this NBA season, but I thought I'd drop in and give a like and show some love. Hey, well, appreciate you tuning in, Tyler. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Cole Anthony, the only point guard I love today outside of Russ, Curry, and Caruso. I mean, there's some other point guards that I think are viable. Like, I like Damian Lillard. I think, now that Dame's starting to play really well, the price is still affordable. I still like Dame. But, I mean, yeah, Russ, I think, is a top option. Caruso's a really good value. So, I kind of agree with that. Connected to Discord now. Need to figure out how to access your chat. Well, Mark, if you click the link, I sent you the link to join. So, if you click that, it should take you right to the server, and you should just be able to... You'll have to make a Discord account if you don't have one yet, but you should be able to join after that. Do you like Nurkic on a back-to-back? I mean, I'm not worried about the back-to-back. I'd assume Nurkic plays his normal minutes again. So I'm expecting Nurkic to play around 30 minutes. If he does, he's very likely to give you, I don't want to say he's going to break the slate or anything, but he's very likely to give you a good enough score to be a good play at 7,100. I still feel like Nurkic is a little bit too cheap. It's just we do have some good value at center. Wagner I still like. Gibson I'm going to like if Noel gets ruled out. That's the only thing, keeping me off of Nurkic, I would say. Do not chase that Dwight Howard production. Vooch may be out, and they will get destroyed if he will play 4 minutes. I mean, when Embiid's healthy, Dwight Howard's only going to play whatever minutes Embiid doesn't play, that's what Dwight Howard's going to get. So if Embiid plays 34 minutes, Dwight Howard's playing 14 minutes. And if Dwight Howard goes out there and puts up 35 fantasy points in 14 minutes, then so be it. I mean, I'll just take the L and whatever. I'm not playing Dwight Howard in 14 minutes. On Yahoo, if Noel is out, Taj or Wagner, I was probably still lean Wagner between the two, but it's definitely close, Steve. Best util under or 17 or under. I think Hernan Gomez is 16, so if Steven Adams is out again, I would probably play Hernan Gomez there. Why don't you use FanDuel? I play on DK and I play on Yahoo. Those are the two main sites I've been playing on for the last 2 to 3 years. So, yeah, I don't know. I used to play on FanDuel pretty often, especially during baseball season, a long time ago, but I really haven't played much since then. I wasn't able to have much success on FanDuel either. Seems like DK and Yahoo I've had more success on. Taj or Wagner, again, I think I'd lean Wagner on Yahoo, but you could go with both. I wouldn't mind it. But Wagner if I had to choose one. Favorite forward, 4K or under. I mean, if you can find $100, I would try and get the THT. THT is 4,100, so I'd want to play him there if you could. But I don't know if there's any other options I'd like. Probably like, I guess if Vooch is out, you could play Patrick Williams. You could play Georges Niang, but I'm done playing Georges Niang. I just can't do it anymore. So like one of those two guys, I would say, Ryan. What do you think about Pat Williams if Vooch is out? Past few games, seeing 33-plus minutes. I like him as a pivot from all the high-end value. Yeah, I'm fine with that. You know, Patrick Williams is not a great point-per-minute player, but he's going to get the minutes, especially if Vooch is out. Like, Vooch being out is just, one less guy in the rotation that's going to play big minutes. So, with Vooch out, they're just going to divvy around the minutes, and Patrick Williams would get the time. So, that would make him a decent value, I think. Thoughts on Bazemore? I still think Bazemore's viable. He's not like a priority for me. When I can't remember what slate it was. A couple days ago, he was like 3,900 and he was like 60% owned. I thought he was a top value that day, but now that he's 5,200, not as much of a priority, but still viable, I think. Without Kelly Oubre, Wiggins questionable, the opportunity is going to be there for Bazemore, and the minutes are going to be there, which is really all you can ask for. Hayes, Caruso, Bay, Sabonis, Nurkic, Ball, Gibson, McCollum. I mean, that looks pretty good. Limbs, that looks pretty solid for now. Thoughts on Drummond tonight? I don't think I'm going to go to Drummond. I think I'd rather play Nurkic over Drummond, just me personally. There's other centers I'd rather play over Drummond, I think. Probably rather play Draymond at the same salary. Definitely would rather play Nurkic. I think I'd rather play Joval as well. I just don't think I'm going to go to Drummond. Killian Hayes or Frank Jackson? I mean, if you made me choose one, I would probably rather have Killian Hayes. Niang is a stone cold nuts tonight. Yeah, I said it in my video. Niang's burned me the last two slates. I'm sure that if I'm not going to play Niang tonight and he's going to smash just because that's how it goes. But I don't think I'm going to be on Niang tonight, which means he's going to finally have a good game after he's burned me the last two slates. Lonzo or Cole Anthony? Give me Lonzo between the two. 4,800 left for Util on DK. Let's see here. First guy that I see would probably be Mo Wagner, assuming you don't already have him. Either Wagner or Frank Jackson. Probably one of those two, I would say. Playing 3 sites is insane, even with one lineup. I mean, yeah, it can get hectic even just playing 2 sites. Having to swap back from each site, making sure, your lineups are good. I don't think I can manage 3 sites. That's just too much for me, I think. Especially if you're playing a decent amount of volume. I mean, it gets hectic. Ingram, McCollum, J-Val, or Lonzo. I mean, that's close. It'd probably be between J-Val or Lonzo. I think I'd take J-Val there, but yeah, that's close between those 4. Best stud on Yahoo besides Russ and Sabonis. Probably Jokic or Damian Lillard. I really like Lillard's price on Yahoo, so either him or Jokic, I think, would be my next favorite behind those 2 guys. With both Murray and DeRozan back, you think either may go off again? I mean, they could, but like I said, Adam, on this slate, I don't think I'm playing any Spurs. Just tough matchup, bad game environment, slow-paced game. I just don't feel the need to play any Spurs, honestly. And if they go off, then, whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not going to play them, I don't think. They're going to be low-owned, I would assume. Both Murray and DeRozan. Do you think Tiers is a waste of money? I mean, I've never played Tiers, so I can't really tell you that or answer that question. I mean, I wouldn't think it's a waste of money. I mean, if you're playing Tiers and you're not winning, then maybe it is a waste of money. But if you're playing Tiers and you're having success, then just keep playing Tiers. THT or Bazemore, DK, consider the price difference as well. Probably THT for me, given that he's $1,000 cheaper. I think I'd lean THT. Anyone else can offer? I'm reading chats. 5 Detroit, Hayes, Jackson, Frank Jackson, Bay, and Stewart. You saying you're gonna play all? I wouldn't play all 5 of those guys in one lineup, Derek. If you're playing 5 Pistons in one lineup, that's probably not the best idea. You can play some of those guys, but I wouldn't play all of them in one lineup. That's just probably too much. Randall or Embiid in Tiers? I think I'd rather have Randall. I think Randall can easily outscore Embiid. So yeah, give me Randall. Any value on the Pelicans? I mean, not really. unless Steven Adams gets ruled out, then I guess, Willie Hernan Gomez could be a value, but it's not like he's that cheap anymore. I mean, he's kind of been priced up to reflect that. Yahoo shooting guard option, Wiggins, LeVert, or cheap options, Bullock or Neto. I mean, if Brogdon gets ruled out, I think LeVert's probably my favorite shooting guard on Yahoo. Either him or Josh Jackson, one of those two. Have a really good lineup, slotted, but need a small forward for 3,100. Your thoughts besides adjust, punt play with Denzel Valentine. I mean, I don't know if there's going to be anything down here that I really like. You're probably going to have to make some changes. I guess maybe Denzel Valentine. Like, how many minutes has he been getting? Like, I don't even think he's been playing that many minutes. Yeah, I mean, Mark, I'll be honest with you. You probably just want to rebuild or make a swap or something because there's nothing down here that I really like. Maybe if Norman Powell gets ruled out, then you can maybe play Derrick Jones Jr., I guess, if he starts. Maybe, but I still wouldn't feel very confident in him. Thoughts on Embiid? I think he put up 91 against the Bulls before. I mean, I think Embiid's a decent low-owned tournament option, but there's other studs I prefer. Like, I'd rather play Westbrook, Jokic, Sabonis, Dame. I think give me those guys over Embiid tonight. Joe Val or Nurkic? I think I'd lean Nurkic, but it is close between those two. Nurkic is a little bit cheaper, so I think I'd give the edge to him. What's up, Noah? Let's get it. Hit the like button. Yeah, guys, hit the like button. Appreciate you being here. We'll be live for just a few more minutes, 5 to 10 more minutes. Appreciate you guys being here as always, though. If you haven't liked the video yet, hit that like button. Easy way to keep up $25,000 crowns, $1 a day going. Oh yeah, you're talking about the what's it called? I forgot what it's called, but that achievement. You basically play $1 every day and you get like 25,000 crowns, which I think is pretty sure that's like $40 in crowns. If you didn't know, guys, if you do play like at least $1 a day on DK for every day of the season, you get like $40 in crowns at the end of the year. I don't think I'm going to get that because I'm pretty sure I missed out on like a slate or two. I think I took 1 or 2 days off. 5 Pistons, you're in danger of putting up a 177 at the end of the night. Yeah, I mean, I would probably never play 5 guys from one team, and I don't think I'd be playing 5 Pistons on this slate, so yeah. What do you think of Frank Jackson? I mean, he's probably going to play like 28 to 30 minutes off the bench. This Detroit team is super shorthanded right now, so the minutes are going to be there. But he's kind of been priced up, Vincent, like to reflect that. I mean, he's not cheap. So there's some other guys I'd rather play. Like you have THT for 4,100, you have Caruso for minimum salary. I think I'm going to give the edge to those guys over someone like Frank Jackson, but he's still viable. I mean, the opportunity's there. Is D-Rose in play? Yeah, so Alec Burks was inactive last game. He's with the team now, but I think he did not play last game. Yeah, he didn't see the floor for conditioning, so that did lead to more opportunity for Derrick Rose, and we've seen Derrick Rose get the minutes lately with him out. 31 last game, so 5,700 again. Rose is someone that doesn't feel like he's too cheap, like he feels priced right. But, if Alec Burks sits again, you're going to get probably 25, 30 minutes from D Rose off the bench, which would make him a viable option. Because we know D Rose can be, relatively productive when he's on the floor and when he does get the minutes. Will you be playing Caruso? I mean, I haven't built my lineup yet, Gino, but very likely that he's going to be in my lineup. I mean, 3K starting at point guard, probably going to play 30-plus minutes. No Schroeder, no LeBron. I mean, Caruso's not the best point-per-minute player, but the opportunity is going to be there right now, and he's very cheap on DK. So, yeah, I think Caruso is one of the top values right now. Let's hit that like button, family. Great content. Hey, thank you, T-Man. Thank you, my man. Thoughts on Alec Burks for 4,100? I mean, yeah, Isaiah, as I mentioned, Alec Burks was inactive last game for conditioning, so we don't know if he's even going to play. If he does play, I'd be a little bit hesitant to go there just because I don't know how many minutes he would get since he's been out for a decent amount of time. So I'd rather play THT over Alec Burks. They're the same salary. Good luck to everybody. Good luck to you as well, Willie. Good luck to you as well, my man. Played Nurkic 4 times in a row, still waiting for that 50 burger, so I'm not quitting him until I get it. Hey, he's got the upside, Kushlash. He's got the upside, my man. We saw Nurkic put up, back-to-back 50 burgers. And, I mean, if you remember last season, I think it was during the bubble, Nurkic was an absolute monster during the bubble last year. He was just putting up 50 every night. Any interest in Lonnie Walker? How many minutes do you expect? I mean, with Derek White still out, Lonnie Walker's probably going to play, mid-20s minutes off the bench. He's not out of play, but obviously, now that Murray's back, now that DeRozan's back, I don't have a ton of interest in Lonnie Walker. There's other values I think I'd rather play. Thanks, Noah. Good luck tonight. Hey, good luck to you as well, Derek. What type of contest do you play? I normally play just single entry, Joseph. I just play one lineup on DK, so I'm normally just in single entry tournaments. Usually everything from $100 and down, that's what I'm in. If Caruso fails, who can we look to? I mean, that's too tough. Like, I guess if Caruso has a bad game, that probably means that, like, THT's playing really well off the bench because THT can kind of play point guard, but I mean, I think you can play THT and Caruso together because they're both cheap, so I don't mind that at all. I don't know if Caruso, if he fails, I don't know if there's really anyone who benefits. Like, if Caruso's going to be chalk and he busts, like, I don't know if there's, like, any leverage. Also on Lillard on Yahoo, yeah, I like Lillard quite a bit. I think he's a little bit too cheap right now on Yahoo, and especially at the point guard position, you have Westbrook at the top, you have like Curry, Trey. I think Lillard would be my second favorite pay-up point guard behind Westbrook. So yeah, I do like Lillard quite a bit. As I mentioned earlier, I would say I put Westbrook number 1, probably Sabonis 2, and then Lillard might be my third favorite pay-up option tonight. Let's hit the like button. Noah, if Brogdon is in, are you still playing Sabonis on Yahoo? As you know, with Miles Turner still out, the opportunity is there for Sabonis. Like, Sabonis really benefits whenever Miles Turner's out. So I think if Goga's out as well. So if Goga's out, that's a small bump up for Sabonis. If Brogdon's out as well, that's an even bigger bump up for Sabonis. I think if Brogdon and Goga are both out, really like Sabonis. If Brogdon plays and Goga's out, I still think Sabonis is a good option. If they're both in, then it makes it, a little bit less appealing. But honestly, we saw the upside Sabonis has. When he starts at center and when he gets center minutes, he's just super productive, and the matchup's fantastic. So I think regardless, I still have a lot of interest in Sabonis, even if Brogdon plays. Pay up for Zion or go value with Stewart. I mean, it's all dependent on your lineup, Rayford. Like, it's all dependent on your roster construction. I mean, I guess if you can fit Zion, then play Zion, but it depends on what, if you're paying up for Zion, what's that going to make you have to do at other positions? So it really just depends on your lineup, honestly. Is O'Shea Brissett for real? I mean, he's been good, especially for fantasy. I mean, he's playing a ton of minutes. I was kind of surprised that he still had a really good game last game, even with Sabonis back. But the opportunity is there for him right now. I will say that if Goga plays, I'm probably not that high on Brissett. Like, Brissett's price is getting way up there now. Like, I don't think anybody's going to play Brissett tonight because where he's priced at. And if Goga's in, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to go to Brissett. Like, you would expect him to start losing some usage now that Sabonis is back. If Brogdon plays, he'll probably lose usage then. If Goga's in, that'll take minutes away from Brissett. I'm probably not going there, honestly. But, I mean, he's been good. It's hard to argue with it, for sure. With the opportunity he's been getting, he's been crushing. Favorite shooting guard value on Yahoo? I mean, I don't know if you consider Josh Jackson a value, but it'd probably be him. I think he's $19. But if you need someone cheaper, I think like Dwayne Bacon's $13, so probably like Dwayne Bacon, honestly. Shooting guard kind of sucks on Yahoo today. So probably like one of those two guys. Russ, Sabonis, THC, Curry, Gibson, Joker, Holiday, Caruso. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of like Justin Holiday, but the rest looks solid. The rest looks solid to me, Lorenzo. Thoughts on Lonzo versus higher tier guard mentions? I mean, I think Lonzo's a decent option in the mid-range. I feel like this is going to turn it. This feels like a stars and scrubs kind of slate where you're paying up for multiple guys and then you're kind of jamming in these value plays that we mentioned, because there is some decent value today. So I don't know how often I'm going to play Lonzo because of how the kind of roster construction is shaping out tonight. But if you're looking for a mid-range option, I think Lonzo's okay. He's viable. 6,700 for J-Val as a steal on FanDuel. That feels pretty cheap. All right, Craig, I'm going to answer this or read off this super chat real quick before I end the stream. So, Craig, appreciate the $4.99 super chat, my man. Didn't leave a message, but thank you for the super chat. And, guys, I'm going to hop off the stream here. We've been live for about 30 minutes, so appreciate you guys tuning in as always. I do wish you the best of luck tonight. If I don't take down a tournament, hope one of you guys do. Good luck, fellas. Good luck. We'll see you again tomorrow, all right? Appreciate you.